The Philadelphia Eagles make a trade. Hey, Howie Roseman does it again at the trade deadline. Defensive end Robert Quinn added to this pass rush. Let's get into it. What's up, Cerebral football fans? My name is Steven Hyder. This is Gate City Sports Channel. If you're new to the channel, maybe the first, second, third time you caught my content and you enjoyed today's discussion. Look, we're on a journey. We're on a path to get towards 7,500 subscribers. We are currently at 6,600 subscribers. I would love for you to be a part of that equation and join the Cerebral football community. Just need you to hit that subscribe button to do that. Small OG subscribers, hat in hand, here to ask you that favor, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, smash the like button, help me spike this algorithm and get this in front of new people that we can potentially convert into our little community here on the YouTube. All right, y'all. Today's topic. Edge rusher. Robert Quinn added to the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a pretty exciting move. Veteran pass rusher, a guy that we probably, I don't know the parameters of the deal yet, but I would probably take, pretty wild guess here that it's probably a day 3 pick that's given away. At the time that I'm recording this, guys, nothing is known yet. This was honestly brought to light to me by a member of the Cerebral football community who said, hey, Gate, we just got Robert Quinn. I went to go check, saw that it was true, and here we are, guys. After I started editing a video I was already going to put out about the trade deadline and what I saw coming up, we got one of the names I listed. So I'm pretty happy with this pick. If you want to know the type of guy we're getting for Robert Quinn, yeah, he had 18 sacks last year, right? We know that he has the ability to really get off the edge and play a high, quality level of football. But that's not even what you're getting in the totality. The totality, what you're getting is a dude who is so important to a locker room that when Roquan Smith found out about this trade, he was on the podium being interviewed, and he learned of the breaking news. And the young man broke down in tears because I'm pretty sure there's part of him that's very sad about losing a quality teammate, someone that he cares deeply about. And there's probably also a side of him that, feels joy for his teammate, his former teammate now, who is going to have an opportunity to make that Super Bowl push with the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, I have a great deal of respect for that guy, Damn. Crazy.
And I think that's what this is about. This is about a Super Bowl push. You are adding to this pass rush. We've already been able to generate the best turnover margin in the NFL. And now you're adding another element. Another thing to help you get there, because I'm going to tell you right now, I am super excited about the prospects of having Hassan Riddick, Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham, and now Robert Quinn on the edges. And that doesn't even account the fact that we have 2 other young guys that I'm excited to see eventually get involved in a rotation. Guys I think have a lot of upside. I think Patrick Johnson has already kind of showed you a little bit this year. I mean, nowhere near the caliber of pass rusher that Robert Quinn is at this point in his career. But I thought he's had quality snaps this season, especially in run defense. I definitely thought that the young man was like, wow, there's a drastic improvement in this young man from the year prior. And this was a late round pick. The other guy that's definitely caught my attention, and I think there's a ton of potential down the road as a very impactful pass rusher if you can get him up to speed. And maybe a guy like Robert Quinn helps you make that realization. And that is Kyron Johnson, the young rookie out of Kansas, who I think has a tremendous amount of potential. So when I look at this room and what they might be able to do from a pass rushing perspective, and that doesn't even count in the fact that you got flexibility at the linebacker spot and guys like Kaiser White and Nakobe Dean who can also get after the quarterback. I'm excited with what this team is looking like defensively. And in the video that unfortunately is not going to be aired now, I was uploading it when this news got broke. Look, the truth is we still could improve. I still don't know that Howie looks at this and says this is all we need. It's pretty good. We're in a pretty good spot, guys. With that said, I will say that outright, I still feel like the Philadelphia Eagles could use a veteran safety. Now, the trick to that is that you need to get a veteran safety who knows the system, and I can only really think of one guy clearly who knows the system as a veteran safety and is on pretty much a vet minimum deal. It's not much over that if it is. And that's Rodney McLeod. Rodney McLeod coming back in here as the third safety, backing up Gardner Johnson, backing up Marcus Epps, and being that guy. I'm all for it, man. Now you can use Kevon Wallace more so in that special teams role, right? You got more time to get Reed Blankenship up to speed in the NFL game. You know, you still got some versatility and you still got guys that can give you a little bit of youth if you need it. And Josiah Scott, who can play the nickel spot, he can play over the top if you need him to. But I'd much rather have Roddy McLeod in there in a meaningful moment. The other spot I could see the Eagles, if the value is right, potentially attacking. It's a value proposition, guys. The value has to be right, and I can't predict what teams want for people. But if you can get a third outside corner, a Greedy Williams type. Greedy Williams, you can say, like, why would he want to come here, Steve? He's not going to start. And I agree, he probably wouldn't start here. With that said, I don't know that his situation is any better where he's at. He's already kind of caught up in a mix of a rotation depth issue. At least if you come here, you're still in that mix of the rotation depth issue, but you got a spot to put up a Super Bowl ring too. There's a shot there for that. So, you know, if you can add that kind of caliber guy for not much, you know, trade valuation and the contract, makes sense. Because remember, you're only really accumulating the base salary when you trade for a guy. All the other stuff that's been optioned out in bonus money, that's on the team that originally gave them the money to figure that out. You're only due for the base salary on those contracts. So, could they still keep adding? Maybe. I don't know. What I will say is that we are better right now in this moment with Robert Quinn added to this roster than what we were the day prior. And that's a scary, scary thought that this Philadelphia Eagles team could be even better defensively. I just do not think teams are going to have time to just sit back there and think that they can go through 3 read progressions on us. I think the time's coming due with Josh Sweat, with Hassan Riddick, Brandon Graham, and now Robert Quinn. You better make those reads fast. And I know that a lot of people already made the argument of, like, Steve, who do they pull off the field? Me, I think the solution to that is quite easy on pass rush situations. We're talking about 3rd and long. I'm probably going to pull Fletch, guys. I'm not going to lie. I like Fletch. Fletch definitely has some use and some utility in terms of the run stop, that jumbo package you bring in to shut down the run. And you could still use him as a pass rusher from time to time, no doubt about it. But I would much rather put Javon Hargrave on the nose as a nose tackle. I'd much rather kick Brandon Graham inside. And I'd much rather find a way of using my guys like Josh Sweat, Hassan Riddick, and my guy like Robert Quinn somehow, some way. I don't know who you want to put down in the 5 technique and have outside of them. But you could probably put Josh Sweat down in the 5 technique and play guys outside of him, being Robert Quinn and Hassan Riddick. And now you got with Brandon Graham, you got Sweat, and you got Hargrave on the line in a 5-man front. Whew, man. That's a speed rush, guys. That's a problem for teams. That is like, get the ball to your hands as fast as you can. You better get to a hot read. I honestly love what this defense could be right now. I'm over enthused at this point, guys. I don't know how else to say this, man. I'm pumped. I'm psyched. I think this football team is just getting better and better and better. I cannot wait to see what this team looks like in about 3 more weeks. Give this 3 more weeks to completely gel, to be what it's going to be, to let the roles work themselves out. And then let's take a look at this football team. Because I think that we know Howie knows what he's doing. Howie is trying to make sure he can make that push to get that home field advantage in the playoffs in the bye week. There's a major advantage in that. It is very hard to beat this team in the link, especially when you're talking about January football. It is going to be incredibly difficult to beat this football team. So I definitely feel like this was a power play, man. You got a 2-loss team in the Cowboys in this division. You got a 1-loss team in the Giants in this division. You're still fighting off Minnesota, who only has 1 loss. Every game is going to have meaning as long as these teams keep hanging around. And there's only one team to finish the job. We control our own destiny by winning. And I think Howie gets that, and I think he's going for it. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all's time and attention. Leave your comments down below. I'm pumped, man. I hope y'all are too. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out here. See y'all in the next video.